Okay, so welcome to this training once more. Now, this is what you are going to see when you open your AutoCAD software. This is called your welcome screen. As from 2014 upwards, you are supposed to see a welcome screen like this, but mine is going to be different from yours because I'm using AutoCAD 2023. So by my left, you can see where you can see AutoCAD 2023 here. I'm coming. Let me turn on my magnifier. Okay, so by my left, you can see AutoCAD 2023, and beneath it or below it, you see Open and New. Now, when you click Open, what is going to happen is that AutoCAD will open your Windows folder. Then you see a list of your previously saved drawings. So from there you can open any of those drawings. So if I click open now, it's going to open my document, and I will see other drawings I have drawn previously. So from there I can open any of them. So I have lots of drawings here, so I can just click any of them and just click open to open that drawing. So I'm currently opening a drawing now, so it's just going to take a little time for it to load. Then so this is the drawing. So this is the drawing, and if from the top, I can see the name of the drawing is exercise 3.5. I can also see the start bar. I'll click on the start bar to go back to this welcome screen. So under or below the open, you see new. Now if I want to start a new drawing, I want to do an AutoCAD drawing from scratch, which is what we want to do, I will just simply click on new, and a new drawing will be opened. So now this is your AutoCAD working environment. Now I'm working, if you are opening AutoCAD for the first time, you just finished installing AutoCAD, you haven't done any settings, this is how you are supposed to see your this is how your working environment is supposed to be. From 2016 upwards, your working environment is supposed to be like this. So at the top, you have the version of AutoCAD there. Mine is Autodesk 2023. By the left part, you will see your AutoCAD icon. It's called application icon. Now when close to the application icon, there are other icons there. Now those icons are called your quick tools, which can be accessed from close to the application icon. We have your new, you want to create a new drawing, we have open, we have save, we have save as, and we have print. All those are listed there. Then below the application icon, we have your ribbon. Your ribbon contains list of all the drawings. Your ribbon contains list of all the drawings. Then we have tabs, different tabs. From here you can see the home tab. If you click on insert, you see the insert tab, and other tools that are attached to the insert tab will pop up. You click on annotate, your ribbon will change. Other tools that are attached to the annotate tab, they will also show there. So right now we are going to be working with we'll just click on home tab. Now the moment you click on home tab, your ribbon is going to change, and you will see list of tools. We have draw tools, we have modify tools, we have annotation tools, we have layers, we have blocks, and properties and all that. So after that, the next thing we are going to see here is our workspace. So this open workspace here, I'm zooming in, zooming out, it's called the workspace. I'm coming so that I can admit some persons into this meeting. Where are they? Okay, admit. Okay, so that's that. Let's go back to AutoCAD. Okay, so now at the bottom of my workspace, you see something that is written type a command. Now that portion is called my command line. So when I say type something on your command line, that portion is your command line. Please, if your mic is on, turn it off. I might remove anybody that the person's mic is on. I don't need anything that will distract me. If I find that your mic is on, I'll remove you. Just easy as that. So now at the top right corner, you will see a cube like stuff, and what you can see on the cube is top that is written there. You see NSWE. Now this cube is called my view cube. Yeah, that's called my view cube. Then here you can see on my workspace, you can see something like Y and X. It's called the user coordinate system. We'll talk about the user coordinate system as we dive deep into this training. Now I will also entertain questions while I'm teaching. So if you have any question, just jot it down. I will open a Q&A session after I have done a little introduction to the basic tools. He said, no problem, please mute your mic. Yeah. Okay. So I said this is your working environment. This open space we have is your working environment. Below you can see type a command here. That type a command is your command line. That's what we call command line. Then where you have list of all your tools, it's called your ribbon. Now this ribbon is divided into tabs. So we have the draw tab, we have the modify tab, we have the annotation tab, we have layer and block and all that. So all these are different tabs we have in your ribbon. So I can say go to the draw tab. All you just need to do is come to the draw tab and click on any tool you want. So the first tool I'm going to start with is the line tool, and the line tool is up here. So the line tool simply is used to draw lines in series. You get, it's not continuous. So for you to use the line tool, it's either you come to your command line and type line. So okay, my magnifier is on now, so you can see the magnified part. You can see the line tool here. So this is the line tool, and that's the symbol. So whenever you see that symbol, a line with two highlighted ends, that's the line tool. Now the line tool is used in drawing line, just straight lines. So what you need to do is come to your command line and type line, then hit enter. Now your command line will say specify first point. It means your line tool has been initiated, or you are now using your line tool. So what you need to do is to click on a particular point and click on another point to draw a line. Hit escape. So this is the line I have just drawn, which is this. So once again, this is the line tool here. So you can come to your ribbon and click the line tool, specify first point, then specify another point. That's how you use the line tool. Then the next tool I'm going to be looking at is the polyline tool. Now polyline tool works exactly like the line tool, but there's actually a difference. Now the difference between a polyline and a line is that polyline helps you to draw also a line, but this time is in a connected form. Now these lines, let me use the line tool again and draw some other thing. Click here, click here, click here, click, escape. Let me turn off my magnifier. So this is what I have drawn using the line tool. Now you can see that when I click on these lines, they are highlighted individually. Now if I use the polyline tool in drawing something like this, I've clicked on the polyline tool and I'll click these points, click these points, click these points, and click these points. Now if I click on this, you'll find out that this whole kind of bucket looking stuff is being highlighted, but whereas for the line, it's just one line that is being highlighted. Now the difference is that when you use the line tool, it draws line in segments, but polyline draws it in a continuous form. Now when using the line tool again, there are other functions or other tools that are attached to it. So your command line says specify first point. I'll click on a particular point. After I've clicked on a particular point, I can switch to my arc. I'll click on a point, come to my command line and click on arc. Then from here, I've switched over to the arc tool. Now I can specify the angle, center point, close, direction. I will just click second point, and you see I have drawn an arc using polyline. Come back to my command line and click line. Then I've switched back to this. So I used a polyline in drawing this, whereas I can't do that using the line tool. You get line tool doesn't give you that privilege of manipulating other geometrical tools. It's just specifically for line. Then the next thing I'm going to talk about is the circle tool. Okay, I'm coming. I have AutoCAD. So the next tool I'm going to talk about is the circle tool, and the circle tool is up there. You have a circle and a radius. Now the circle tool is used in drawing circle. So you can either specify the radius of the circle, you can either specify the diameter of the circle, you can also use 2-point circle, you can use 3-point circle, you can use tan radius, and you can use tan. That's another tool that was added, another method of drawing circle that was added in AutoCAD 2023. So the same way we use the line tool. So from here you can see the circle tool. My magnifier is on. So you can either come to your command line and type circle, or you click on the circle tool, or you use the shortcut C on your command line. Just type C, hit enter. and you have initialized the circle tool. So click on your command line, says specify a center point. Now I click on any point at all. Then the next thing it says is specify the radius. I can just use a radius of, let's say 23, a random radius like that. So this is what we have drawn. Now the next method of drawing a circle is by using diameter. You get? Now it's either you click on this drop down arrow on the circle tool, or you or you come to your command line and type circle. After that, you click on the center point. Then the next thing you're going to do is to click on diameter right here. Click on diameter and specify the diameter of the circle you want to use. So for this, I will use a diameter of let's say 40 and hit enter. So now I have two circles drawn. The first one, which is this, was drawn using a radius of 23, and the second one was drawn using a radius of a diameter of 40 rather. So I'll still talking about the circle tool. I'll click the drop down arrow and come to 2-point circle. I'll click on it. Now let's see what our command line says. It says specify the center point for circle. So for 2-point circle is you drawing a circle from like using the diameter function, but it's not actually like that. So in the two previous examples I clicked on the first point, then specified the radius. After that, I clicked on another point and specified the diameter. But this time what I need to do is this. I will specify, I will click on a point and click on another point. That's 2-point circle. I'm not specifying neither radius nor diameter. I'm just using 2 points. I will go again, click on the circle tool, the drop down, click on 2-point circle, then click on first point, click on second point. I have drawn a circle. Now the third one, we have the 3-point circle. I'm coming. Okay, I have something here. The 3-point circle, click on the 3-point circle and click this point, click this point, and click this point. So you see I have drawn a circle inside this. I would repeat that. Click on 3-point circle, click on the first point, click on the first point, click on another point, then click on another point. So that's for 3-point circle. Then we also have tan radius, which is something we will be using often in engineering design. If you don't know how to use tan radius and tan, there are lots of designs you won't be able to do. So let's go back to the like this. Now something like this was all these arcs you are seeing. This arc in particular, it's not an arc, it's a circle. This one also, it's a circle. They were drawn using tan radius. So imagine how complex this or simple this thing is. This is just a combination of circles. I used 3 tools in doing this design: circle, trim, and dimension. These are just the 3 tools that was used in doing this. So okay, let's practicalize what we have done now using this. I want to draw this. So first thing I need to do is to click on new or create a new drawing. I come here and click on circle. I just want to use random circles. So click on circle, find the midpoint, click here, and I'll specify this as 7. So I'll just copy this. I just want to copy it somewhere here and copy it somewhere here again. Now I want to show you how to use the tan radius. I want to show you how to use the tan radius and also the tan. So let me use something like this. Okay, so I'll come here and click on tan radius, or just click on the circle tool. Then from my command line, I will click on TT arrow or type TT arrow here. Hit enter. Now my command line says specify points on object for first tangent of circle. So what I need to do, I will click on this point, and use a radius of let's say 25 or 20. Now, like the name implies, tan radius. So what I'm doing is I'm clicking the tangent of one circle, then click the tangent of another circle, then specify the radius. Note the principle behind these tools. I will delete this. Now this is why it's a beginner's class. I'll click on circle, click on tan radius and specify. If you watch this is, you see a kind of green stuff icon that is coming out. That green stuff is signifying that you are clicking on the tangent. And also read your command line. Your command line says specify points on object for first tangent of circle. So I've clicked the tangent point of this circle. I will come here and do the same thing. I've clicked tangent point. Then now I will specify the radius, which is 20. Hit enter. I've done that. I will repeat it for this other circle. Click tangent points. Click tan radius, tangent points, and this. Okay, let me go back to that drawing again. Okay, even if it's not perfect. So I'll repeat it for this circle tool. Click on tan radius, click this tangent point, click this tangent point, and use 20. Enter. I just want to, don't worry, I will show you how to trim other edges. So you can see that I've just drawn something that looks like what I have here before. So you can see. So you find out that these things I just drew now, they are not arcs, they are circles. Now the last one is tan. So I will click on this tangent, click on this tangent, and click on this tangent. So you see I have drawn another circle inside. So when where this particular stuff is being done is, let's say you want to draw a circle in the middle of other circles. So that's how you use the tan radius. Click on, let me just draw some random circles here. Okay, I'll click on this one, and let's say I'll use this one. So what I'll do, and I want to draw a circle that will touch the tangent of these 3 circles. You get. I will just click on tan radius. I will click on the tangent of this, click on tangent of this, and click on tangent of this. So you see, I have drawn a circle that is touching the tangents or circumference of these three other circles. As very easy. Okay, so the next tool I'm going to talk about is the rectangle tool. Delete all of this. Okay, so this is the rectangle tool here. Is it? Let my magnifier come on. Okay, so this is the rectangle tool here. You can see it here, rectangle tool, rectangle. Yeah, so I'll click on the rectangle tool, specify first corner and specify another corner, and here we go. This is the rectangle. I've successfully drawn a rectangle. So this is it. I've drawn the rectangle. Now, for those that are beginner, the easiest way to learn how to use AutoCAD is to always read your command line. Your command line always gives you expo. So assuming you don't know what the rectangle tool is used for, now you just randomly clicked a tool and you're like, Omo, what am I going to do? Just read your command line. Your command line says specify first point. Specify first point corner. Assuming I don't know, okay, let me just specify first point corner and see what happens. The command line also says specify other corner points, and I say, okay, let me just click and see what happens. Bam, I've drawn a rectangle. So your command line actually helps you, gives you a kind of, will I use the word expo on what to do next if you are kind of confused. So assuming I clicked a circle and I'm like, okay, circle, how do I use the circle to? The first thing it says is specify center point. No, it gives you guidance, on how to use a particular tool. So the command line is already telling me specify center point for a circle. I say, wow, I need to specify center point. I'll click on it and it says specify radius. Oh, so I need to specify radius. Then you just specify your radius. Your command line has actually guided you on how to, use that tool. So let's dive in more into the rectangle. So when you click a particular point, go back to your command line. It says area, dimension, and rotation. I will click on dimension because right now I want to draw a rectangle that is well dimensioned, because computer aided design software are softwares that helps us to do drawings using a computer. So if you are working for a company or an organization, definitely they are going to give you dimensioned work. You are not just doing freehand sketch for any company. So assuming we are given a rectangle of, let's say 100 by 150 to draw. Now, how are we going to do that? The first thing is click on the rectangle tool, specify first corner, click on dimension. I will type 100, hit enter. Next thing I will type is 150, hit enter. So you can see the rectangle here. It's already giving you a preview. You get what we have, 100 by 150. So what you need to do now is just to click the particular portion or place you want the rectangle to move to sway to. I can move my mouse to the left and it's going to move to the left. I'll move my mouse to the right and it's going to move to the right. I click. So if I dimension this rectangle now, this rectangle is 100 by length and a height of 150, because that was what we specified. Now in the rectangle tool, where we clicked on the rectangle, you see a drop down arrow. Now if you click on that drop down arrow, you are going to see a polygon tool. Get now, polygon tool is used, we all know what polygon is, to draw polygon. So you click on polygon. Now the first thing your command line will say is specify number of sides. The reason I'm using magnifier is so that you guys can see some of these little details that is being dropped, like what we have on the command line now. I believe from using this magnifier you can read what you are saying here. Now it says polygon, enter number of sides. Now I will start from three sides, which is a rectangle. Now the next thing it says I use 3. You can see 3 here. You can see 3 here. Now it says specify center point of polygon. I'll come here and just click a random portion, and the next thing to say is, do you want an inscribed in circle? Do you want your polygon to be inscribed in a circle or circumscribed about a circle? So we are all engineers, different aspects. We know what is an inscribed circle and a circumscribed circle. Even if you don't know, I will still explain it. So let's just use an inscribed circle, and you can see I have drawn a rectangle just by using the polygon tool. No calculation, I've just drawn a rectangle. So I'll click on the circle tool so that I will explain inscribed and circumscribed. So I will click on the polygon tool again, use 3 sides like before. 3, enter. Now it says center point. I will use this circle center point and use inscribed. Click on inscribed and click this point here. So now you can see how this looks. The triangle rather is inside of the circle. I'll click on the polygon tool and number of sides 3. Come down here, and this time I'm going to use circumscribed about circle and still use the same radius. Click here, but you can see the difference. Let me turn off my magnifier and zoom in. So you can see that the first triangle is inscribed, second one is circumscribed about a circle. So basically that's the difference. So far, is there any question? Okay. Okay, no problem. So is there any other question? None. Okay. Let's see. Okay, so what's the time? I will go back to the rectangle, but I need to cover some things today. So the next thing I'm going to use is the arc tool. Now, just like the circle tool, there are other methods of drawing an arc. So the first one we have is the 3-point arc. Second one we have is start, center, and end. Third one is start, center, and angle. Fifth one is start, center, and length. Fourth one, start, end, and angle. Fifth one, start, end, and direction. Sixth, start, end, and radius. Center, start, end, center, start, angle, center, start, length, and continuous arc. Now let's use 3-point arc. Now you click on 3-point arc. Now I will click on this point, which is I'm using this as the first point. I'll click on this point, using it as second point, and click on this point, using it as third point. So you can see how to use the 3-point arc. Now we have the second one, which is start, center, and end. Now I'm clicking start. I want this arc to start from this point. Let me show you center and end, and this is the center point of this arc, and I want it to end here. Are you seeing? I use center, start, center, and end in drawing this one. So the next one, we have start, center, and angle. I'll click on it. I'll click on this point here. That's where I want this arc to start. Okay, let me go back. Start, center, and angle. Okay, and I want the center to be this. Then angle. What angle am I going to use? Okay, let me use something like this. Here, center, and I'm going to use an angle of, let's say, okay, angle of 270. You see? So I have drawn an arc. Now the arc is inclined, or how will I put it? Okay, I specified the start point, the center point, then it's made an angle of 270. So if you calculate this angle is at angle 270, I can also delete it and repeat the process, start, center, and use an angle of 90. So you can see now that this arc has made an inclination of 90 from here. It's at 90 degrees. So we have arc, center point, and length. So I will click on start. This is the start. This is the center point. Then I can type the length of the arc. So if I want the length to be, let's say, 100, the length of the arc, I'll just type 100. And so the length of this arc now is 100. So it applies to this other one, start, end, and angle. The previous one was start, center, and end, or start, center, and angle. So it's just, you click the start point, you click the end point, you want the arc to end here, and you want it to be inclined at an angle of let's say angle of 45. So you can see how this arc is. This arc is inclined at an angle of 45. So you just have to, like I said, using the command line is just self-explanatory. You have start, end, and radius. So I can come here and click start. I want it to end here, and I want it to have a radius of 20. Okay, I think that radius is too small. We'll use a radius of 100. Why is it not? Okay, 200. Okay, 200 worked. So this is the arc I drew here. This arc started here, and okay, it ended here, and it has a radius of 200. So basically you can just play with those tools, but normally when using arc, normally we use the 3-point arc and start, center, and end. Start, you click on the center point, and end, or start, center, and angle. Anyone, depending on the kind of design you are doing. Okay, so these are just the basic tools for drawing. Then another tool I'm going to talk about is dimension tool. So you come down here, and this is how the dimension tool looks like. Sorry, construction line rather. Construction line. Now it has 2 arrows, facing opposite direction. I don't know if I need to increase my magnifier. Is the magnifier okay the way it is? Okay, no problem. Okay, I'm coming. Okay, so to draw to this, the construction line. Let me check from my phone. Okay, yeah, it's okay. Okay, so the construction line basically is used in drawing, your normal construction lines. So I will click on construction line and click first point, then move my mouse the way I want, then click on the next point. So that's how you use construction lines. And after this session, I will also give a little assignment for you to explain these tools I have worked with. The tools I've worked with, like line, you explain what line is and drop it in the group chat, so that I know that you guys are following. Okay, the moment it's 9 o'clock, I will switch to, I'm coming so that I can open my material. Okay, yeah, yes, there's still need. It's not like you just need to either type it on WhatsApp and drop on the group chat. It's not like you are, yeah, that's how the assignment is, or you just write it on a paper and snap it. I just want to know that you know how these tools are being used. Yeah. Okay, so for those of you that have paid for this course, I'm making an update. Which person's mic is on? I don't know why. So I'm making an update on the course, which after I've done that, I will let you guys know. You said? Yes, I said okay. When I started, I said you guys should drop the configuration of your system so that I can tell you the software to use, the version of AutoCAD. I'm using AutoCAD 2023, but it won't work in every system. You get, so assuming you have 2 gig RAM on your system and 250 hard drive with Intel processor, just write it down. I will say, okay, I will recommend a version of AutoCAD to use. If you have Core i5, Core i3, Core i7, you can use any version of AutoCAD because your system is good to go. You're using Core i3 4 gig RAM or 8 gig RAM, you can use any version of AutoCAD you like. So I will do a little recap. Okay, let's start with what's yeah, it can. So it's good you use something like AutoCAD 2023. Yes, I will send a link on the group chat. So I will send different list of different versions of AutoCAD. So when you drop your system configuration, I will just say, okay, click download 2019, download 2016, download 2018. If your system is of high configuration, like this other person that said his own is Core i7, I can say, okay, go for 2023. Okay, no, yes, I understand your question. I've gotten this question severally from lots of persons. Now, when learning a software, you start with anyone you can get your hands on, but AutoCAD in particular, it's not the interface from 20, let's say from 2016 to 2023, it's not very different. Okay, let me ask a question. Is anybody using any lower version of AutoCAD apart from 2027? You are in this class and you are using AutoCAD, but it's not 2023. Anyone? Okay, so let me get, everyone attending this class does not have AutoCAD installed in the system. Okay, okay, no problem. So if you have any other version of AutoCAD apart from 20, let's say from 2014 downwards, from 2014 to 2010, their interface are alike. Now from 2015 upwards to 2023, their interface is basically the same. So there are just little changes in their welcome screen, and let's say more tools were added. It's just like if you are using Infinix and Infinix, okay, let's say you are using Infinix Hot and okay, Infinix Hot 8, and some other person is using Infinix Hot 9. Basically, it's almost the same thing. It's just little, we have little adjustments. To maybe Infinix Hot 9 can be using 3 gig RAM, while Infinix Hot 8 can be using 2 gig RAM. But in terms of how it looks, it's basically the same thing. So that's how it is in AutoCAD. Everything is looking the same, almost the same. The only thing is that they have more tools added to them. So your question, which one to start with? Whichever software you have while learning, it's best you start with that software. You get. But for beginners, any software can go, as long as the person that is teaching you the basics. So for me, when I started using 27, but after some time I upgraded like to 2018. I used 2018 for a very long time before I started using 2023. Okay, 2020 and 2023. So it doesn't really matter. So far you know how to use the tool, you know what the tools functions, their basic functions, you are good to go. Okay, so an overview of AutoCAD software and its application. Please, if your mic, yes, please, if your mic is on, mute it. Okay, let me just do a brief overview. This is where I was supposed to start from. Now, AutoCAD, there are lots of misconception about this AutoCAD software. Now, this meeting, we have electrical engineers, we have mechanical engineers, we have civil engineers. We have three key persons in this training. And most of you, while you chatted me, this one will say, I'm an electrical engineer, so I need to know how to use AutoCAD for electrical design or electrical parts. This other person will, say I need civil. So that person architecture, mechanical. Now let's look at what AutoCAD first of all is. The software. AutoCAD is a widely used CAD software which is computer aided design and is developed by Autodesk. It offers a comprehensive set of tools and features for creating, editing, and documenting 2D and 3D designs. So for those of you that have known AutoCAD for doing only 2D designs, AutoCAD can also do 3D designs. You can use AutoCAD for 3D designs for house and for machine components. Let's go further. Now, architects use AutoCAD to create precise floor plans, elevations, and sections of buildings. Now, AutoCAD supports 3D modelings for visualizing architectural designs and producing realistic rendering. After this class, I will show you some 3D renderings I've done using AutoCAD. You get. Now, for mechanical engineers and product designers, AutoCAD is extensively used in mechanical engineering for designing machinery, mechanical parts, and assembly. This is my field, creating mechanical components and assembly drawings. You can do that perfectly in AutoCAD. It enables the creation of 3D models with accurate measurements and complex geometries. So you can see that AutoCAD can be applied in the architectural field, mechanical field, and product design. We can also apply AutoCAD. Okay, AutoCAD provides specialized tools for creating and analyzing mechanical components such as gears and cams. Now, for those in civil engineering and infrastructure, AutoCAD is utilized in civil engineering from designing roads, bridges, and other infrastructure projects. Someone sent me a bridge design. Those in architecture and civil, your application of AutoCAD is majorly 2D. So if you are doing a bridge, I stand to be corrected because I know that there are civil engineers here. If you are doing a bridge, for instance, or a road, the major thing you are going to be using is your 2D tools. Your roundabouts, the direction of the road, and all that. Majorly is for 2D. Then architects also, you are doing the floor plan, you are doing the front view and all that, 2D. Site plan, 2D. Grading layout, 2D. Topography maps, 2D. People that use 3D are majorly mechanical engineers and architects that want to produce the 3D visualization of a building. Then while using AutoCAD, the major thing you need to know is the tools. The tools is the most important thing, because most of you now, if you know how to use the tools, most of you might not any okay let me rephrase. If you know how to use AutoCAD tools very well, just looking at a drawing, you will know how to start that drawing. Now, I'm not an architect. The moment I see a building plan, I don't look at how complex that building plan is. I will simplify this building plan to, this is the question I ask myself: what tool in AutoCAD can I pick to draw this? It's as easy as that. So let's go back, let's back up a little. Okay, now this image I used there, you can see a building plan. Now, I don't know how to draw building plan very well, but at least I can do something with AutoCAD. So looking at this building plan, the first thing I ask myself, what tools in AutoCAD was used, or can I see here? I can see dimension. Okay, I know how to use dimension. I can see lines that are thick. Okay, I can use line tool and hatchet. So from there, I have gotten a little insight on how to replicate this plan in AutoCAD. I must not necessarily be an architect. The thing is, know how to use the tools in AutoCAD. You can design anything. The way I teach AutoCAD in my virtual training is that I don't teach you so that you just know how to apply it in, let's say you're a civil engineer or a mechanical engineer. I teach you to know the basics of the tool. What is this tool used for? So that in your field, let's say you are an architect or or a civil engineer, you are working on site, and let's say the person that is supposed to do a mechanical design, or there's a mechanical designer that is supposed to be available on site, and the person is not available to do the design. You can say, oh, what software does your mechanical designer use? You say, it's AutoCAD. You say, I know how to use AutoCAD. Now let me see the design. The thing is, you just need to know how to interpret that design, break it down to what tool can I see in AutoCAD, or can I use in AutoCAD to help me design this. So no matter how complex a design is, just if you can think about this, what tool, just like the diagram I did previously using circle, I just told you that the tool that was used in doing this is just circles, not arc. And you can see that I used only circles in doing that. So no matter how complex a drawing is, okay, yesterday I just finished doing a P&ID drawing for a site engineer. They were doing something, and the company says, okay, this pipeline people want to do here, give me the P&ID drawing. That's the, how will I put it now, the flow sheet of it. Just, it's not very long pipe with all the valves and everything. And the guy was my former student. He is also a quality assurance and quality control. That's the department he works. So drawings are always coming into his office for evaluation. So he was like, I know that you're very good at this. Can you do this for me? We need it. He gave me on Friday. He said we need it on Sunday. I was like, okay, let me see. He sent a copy. What I just looked was, okay, let me look at this drawing. How can I do this in AutoCAD? What tool can I pick that will help me design it? I said, okay, I can use line in doing this. I can use polyline in doing this. I can use circle in doing it. That was how I did the design and sent to him, and 40k entered my account as that. So let's go on. So for those of you that have this mindset of I want to use AutoCAD for just this particular thing. Yes, good and fine, but the foundation of it is you should know the basics of AutoCAD. If you know the basics, you can apply it anywhere. Okay, so AutoCAD aids in analyzing and visualizing civil engineering design, including earthwork calculations and drainage systems. Okay, so secondly, I will also want to tell you something. AutoCAD is the best software for 2D representation. That's why for some of you that in civil, after you have done your work in Orion, you have done your load balancing, this, that, you have checked everything. When you want to bring out the 2D sample, they always export that file to AutoCAD, because AutoCAD is the software that can give you the best. It is the best in 2D. There is no other software that can compete with it. In 2D, AutoCAD is the best. So that's why after the architect has produced the building plan, the electrical engineer also comes into play, uses AutoCAD from what the architect has drawn to form, the schematic diagram for your lighting layout and power layout, power circuit plan. And I believe all of you have gotten access to that electrical design course, for those of you that need it. Okay, I'll also apologize. I said that course was going to be free, and it was free for those of you that tried getting it, but people had an error message of you can't get this minimum of. So the platform I use, Paystack, I don't know if it's their new policy, but what I found out that there must be a particular fee attached to it. So I tried various fees, and the least fee that need to be paid to purchase that course was 200. So that's why if you click on it, you see buy now and 200. That's why that 200 is attached to it. But initially it was free, 100% discount. But some persons tried. Okay. No. Okay. Just 2 videos. So just two, you just saw only 2 videos inside. Ha. Did anybody experience this? Because there are lots of videos inside that stuff. There are lots of videos. Yeah, there are lots of videos inside. No, because there are lots of videos inside there. Okay. Okay, yeah. No problem. No problem. I will. Let me just finish this class. So for electrical designers, AutoCAD is employed in electrical and electronic design for creating schematic diagrams and panel layouts. It supports generating accurate wiring diagram and circuit layout plan. AutoCAD provides library of electrical symbols and tools for performing electrical calculation. Now, this last part is specifically for AutoCAD electrical. Now, there are about 5 types of AutoCAD. We have AutoCAD LT, which is the light version of AutoCAD. We have AutoCAD Mechanical. AutoCAD Mechanical has about 200 or more or predefined components inside it. I explained all that in the video for fundamentals of AutoCAD and mechanical designs, for those of you that have started watching it. And we have AutoCAD P&ID for plant and instrumentation design or diagram. We have AutoCAD plants, we have AutoCAD electrical, and hello, which person's mic is on? Okay, so we have AutoCAD MEP. MEP signifies mechanical, electrical, and plumbing. So it has plumbing tools, it has mechanical tools, and it also has electrical tools. I explained all this in the video there, so I just wanted to throw a little light on this. Now, also the continuation of, okay, still the same thing. Now, for interior designers and space planners, they also use AutoCAD for interior designs. So you get, and construction and documentation, you also use AutoCAD for stuff like that, for drawing, for giving detailed drawing and specifications. You get. Then, yeah, this is the AutoCAD working environment, which I explained initially. Then we have the fundamentals of the fundamental things we are going to look at. Get, when you start drawing, do you have basic things, which is one, creating basic geometries and shapes and lines, which we have done or we have touched, using drawing aids and precision tools. I'm going to talk about that. Managing layers and object properties using the line, polyline, circle, arc, ellipse, rectangle, and polygon. So the only thing you have not talked about is ellipse. Okay, so these are the things we are going to be looking at, and these are the drawing tools we have in AutoCAD. Okay, now I have explained what the line tool is already. I told you that the line tool allows you to draw straight line segment between 2 points. And the next thing, the polyline tool, we have treated all this. This was what then method of drawing a circle, which I've explained. We have center radius, center diameter, 2.3 tan radius, and tan. Then we have the arc tool, ellipse tool. I'm still composing the course. So the ellipse tool allows you to draw an elliptical shape defined by a center point and major and minor axis. You get? So you can specify the center point, the length, and the major axis, then the rotation angle. Ellipses can be fully or partial and can have different eccentricities. Okay, let's leave those big grammar and dive into AutoCAD. Okay, so we have the ellipse tool here. The first one is center, with second one is axis end, and we have elliptical arc. Okay, so we have this is it. This is the tool here. This is the tool, ellipse tool. Click on the drop down, and we have the center. We have axis and end, and we have elliptical arc. Let's click on center and specify, click on center point, and it says click on end point, then specify the distance you want it to be. So you can see that as I'm moving, bringing my cursor down, the ellipse is changing. So I'll use the distance of this. So that's how you draw your ellipse. Not that difficult. Then we have axis and end. Say specify end point of ellipse. Then say specify another point, other end point, then the distance. So you can see. So basically that's how you use the ellipse tool. So I will do a little design from all what we have learned. I have a folder where I kept almost all my PDFs. Okay, I'm coming. $150 designs. I'm going to drop this PDF in the group so that this is where I will be doing my designs from. So it's free for everyone that has enrolled for this training. I'm looking for a very simple design that everyone can work with. Okay, yeah, I've seen one. So total length here is 10. We have this. Okay, so I want to show you how to do this now in AutoCAD. This is our practice exercise before we call it a day. Okay, the first thing is to, let's assume I've opened my AutoCAD. I need to click on new, and yeah, my workspace is available now. Next thing I need to do is to type units. I didn't say it initially, and this dialog box is going to pop up. Now I want to specify my drawing unit. Now from here, the length we have, the type we want basically is decimal. So for those of you that are in architectural and civil that uses inches and feet, you may want to use architectural. Depends on what is given to you. So if I use architectural, now you see this sample output here where my pointer is moving. If I click on decimal, you can see that the value changes. Click on architectural, it is now in feet and inches. And also my precision here, find out that my precision has also changed the method. I will leave it in decimal, and my precision I will leave it at 2 decimal place. Come here to inches, unit to scale, I will click on millimeters, then click OK. Okay, so the first thing I need to do is to move to the line tool, which is this. Okay, click on it, click on a particular point, make sure that I have this dotted green stuff showing up, and I will use 10, type 10 and hit enter. So you can see that I have drawn a line of this is the line I've drawn. So this is the line, the length is 10. Click on the line tool again, or I will right click and you see repeat line tool. Click on repeat line. I will come down here, move up, and let me see what was used. We have 2, 3 and 2, and okay, the distance from here is 2. Okay, 2, 3. Okay, so I will move up. I have a distance of 2. I'll type 2, hit enter. I think I need to right click, repeat line. I'll move this way. Okay, I'll move this way 2 also. Enter. I will come up, type 3, hit enter. I'll move this way and type 2, hit enter. Come up again and type 2, hit enter. Let's see, 2. Okay, I'll come down, type 2, hit enter. Bring my mouse down, type 2, hit enter. Move my mouse this way to the left, and I'm also making sure that this green dots are appearing, that indicates that my line is straight. I will use 2, hit enter. I will come down, type 3, hit enter, move this way, type 2, hit enter, then come down and click on this point to close. So from here you can see that it's also showing 2, which is accurate. Then hit down, hit the escape key. So very easy to do a drawing in AutoCAD. You see how simple it is, and that's why I normally organize virtual trainings for my students, because I know that you watching video on your own won't make you a professional. The essence of me creating this course and everything is basically for professionals who wants to learn how to use AutoCAD. Whether you're a student, you are working, you are looking for a job, you want to know how to use this software and apply it in your field, your area of specialization. But leaving your job, going to sit down in a training center for a month or 2 to learn this stuff, I sat down and said, okay, I can create a course where people can learn AutoCAD from their comfort. So many of you now are tuning into this training from your houses. There are lots of you that have this fear of, am I going to get value from a virtual class? Is it possible for me to learn AutoCAD effectively from a virtual class? So I believe this method of training have proven you that you can stay from your house, your office, wherever you are, at your comfort, and learn how to use the software. So I'm open to question. This is the practice exercise. I will drop it in the group chat. So after you have downloaded the software, you can practice. So how the class is going to be is 1 day in, 1 day off. So everything we have done today, you will use tomorrow to practice it, do the assignments, explain the list of tools we have touched today. Then I will also send the link to download different AutoCAD softwares. After you have installed it, you can start practicing on your own. If you have done any practice, send it to the group chat. I will evaluate it. So I'm open for question. If you have any question, please ask me.